Warning, shameless self-promotion, because it's Wretched Wednesday and the latest episode issue of Wretched Minions Volume 7 is out from the Red Room. It is marked down for Black Friday, written by yours truly. It's the last Minions Beastery of 2023 because I'm focusing the rest of my energy for the rest of the year on getting Henchmen Always Lose done and working on the Beastery Anthology that Miguel wants to do for the Red Room and some other projects that are percolating. So yes, here it is. Demons. Well, not just demons, but all sorts of things that come from the beyond. But first, of course, it's 9:04 in the morning. It is the 22nd day of November, 2023. It is bright and sunny and windy here at Site B, and I am your grumpy guide to all the tabletop role-playing game news, weather, and Black Friday sales. Check out my merch if you haven't bought it yet. Please. It's marked down for Black Friday. So this week, the last one of the year, it's Wretched Minions Volume 7, Wretched Minions from the Beyond. And as you know, demons and creatures from beyond feature heavily in the whole Wretched verse. I haven't really explored that aspect in the Wretched Vigilantes stuff yet. I haven't really gotten to the Wretched Vigilantes magic-y stuff, though. It's in Henchmen. They show up in Henchmen. But for the rest of the Wretched universe, Wretched Darkness, Wretched New Flesh, Wretched Space, Wretched Bastards, Epoch, demons, spirits from beyond are huge. So this one was really important to Miguel. So yeah, I got this one out. Got all the demons, devils, things that go bump in the night that you're familiar with from the Wretched verse, and a whole bunch of new ones. Not as much art as I would like for this one. I did like 20 pieces of art, and Miguel used like 4 of them. So I don't know. Let's take a look. And this one, I didn't have to do that much research because most of it Miguel had already done. So if we head on down to the... Nope. What's going on? I guess we'll just get to it when we do. A lot of this, I just took the stuff Miguel had already done for Wretched Darkness, Wretched New Flesh, and made it a little bit more presentable to fit within the format of the Wretched Minions series. I kind of wanted to, what is the difference between a demon and a devil in terms of the Wretched verse? That was the first thing I wanted to establish with this one. We know that they're all from the beyond in the Wretched verse, that there's this nebulous other place, the place between places where all these horrible, awful things come from. But that's where also all the other good things, the angels and the elementals and the fae. So in the terms of the Wretched verse, the beyond is just sort of this catch-all other world where not only all the demons and stuff like that hang out, but also, angels and elementals, they hang out too. So what is the difference between a demon and a devil? In the terms of this world, the Wretched verse, demons are the shock troops, the soldiers, and devils are the generals and the guys in charge. So, So first we did the demons. And of course, since we're doing demons, we got to do things like possession and exorcism and all that spooky stuff that are going to get me in trouble for getting into the religiosity. So again, a lot of work. And then we get to the game mechanics. What are the abilities of demons and devils? And then here we go. Just going through the list. Some of these you'll recognize. Some of these are brand new, vaguely alphabetical. These are all the demons, the soldiers. We got the imps. We got the foot soldiers. We got the usual. What are their abilities? Got to have tentacle beast. Got to have tentacle beast. Are the tentacle beast demons? Are they slimes? What is a tentacle beast? So just the different kinds of demons and devils and things. We got succubus, the nightmares, all the things. We got these, the vampire butterflies from the beyond. These are probably my favorite. The apostles of pain, which is the wretched take on the Cenobites. These guys who regularly appear in the Wretched verse. Again, the Dark Priests, these guys also appear a lot in the Wretched verse. If you haven't checked out Sylvia and Miguel's adventures yet. Got the rules for Abyssal Chickens, because, and just because it seems to be the running theme, Bigfoot. There also is a demon Bigfoot called the Fur Beast, because as we know from cryptids, Bigfoot is everywhere. So yeah, a lot of these are just cut and pasted from the stuff Miguel's already done. Then we get to the devil, and I needed to have a devil whose job it was telling you about the other devils, because all of the wretched minions are written, as if there's this guy who's writing these guides. Who is our guide that's writing all of these expository notebooks? So for the Beyond, we have Burial, who is the tour guide of hell, and this is based upon a joke that lasted for years over at Seth's Games and Anime. The idea that my life was so awful, and my friend Bob's life was so awful, that when we died and went to hell, they would just give us the hat and the maps and make us the tour guides, because we'd already been through so much hell in our life that for us, hell would just be another day at the office. So I always imagined, and he always imagined, that if we died and went to hell, we just get jobs as tour guides. So this character is based upon that idea. He is the tour guide of hell. He is the first guy you see. He gives you the tour of hell, helps you find where you're supposed to go. If you're supposed to be in hell, and if you're not supposed to be in hell, then he's like going to give you the the 100 gold piece tour, and then show you the way out or try and track you. And his special ability, is, other than having a flashlight, he never gets lost in hell. And if he knows the person's name, he can find them anywhere they are in hell. So just a clever little the Gygax one, yes. I don't know about the other ones. A lot of them are really obscure corporative waffles, but the what's it called, the Necropolis or whatever it is, that one's, I've actually played through that one, so yeah, that one's good. I don't know about the rest. We've got some of the devils that Miguel made. Actually, most of these are just cut and paste from stuff Miguel had already done, and then just breaking them down, taking Miguel's words and making it a little bit more presentable, a little bit more just here's the mechanics. Not a lot of slime. Then, of course, if we're going to do hell, we got to have King Slime. You gotta remember King Slime, the former mascot. And then we got to have his sister, Princess Pudding. Isn't she adorable? We got to have Cerebus, the good boy of hell. He's a good boy. Then we got to have the major ones. These are the biggies. The Demon Lord of Sloth, the Demon Lord of Gluttony, Demon Lord of Pride. We know how much the seven sins play of an important part in the whole Wretched universe. And the whole anti-hero Wretched Bastard theme that try and totally agree. Necropolis is amazing. So yeah, you just get the one that has Necropolis in it. So yeah, we know that the sins, major running theme through the entire run of all the Wretched stuff. Even in Wretched Vigilantes, I make a point of mentioning every individual NPC's sin, which of the sins that they are guilty of, be it envy, sloth, whatever, pride. Pride's a big one with superheroes. We got to throw in my boy. We got to throw in my all-time favorite, Orcus. And you could be like, hey, you can't use Orcus. That's copyright. Wizards of the Coast, they own Orcus. And I was like, yeah, nope. They do not. They do not own Orcus. Orcus is pre-exists Wizards of the Coast by a few 100,000 years, as the idea of Orcus dates back to Roman mythology. Orcus was the god of the underworld, punisher of broken oaths in Roman mythology. And if you go to places that had been conquered by the Romans, you will often find things dedicated to Orcus. So yeah, no, Orcus is not the property of Wizards of the Coast. He existed before them. Then we have the god of slime, because we got to have a god of slime. Where all the slimes come from? Who's King Slime's dad? It's the Faceless Lord, the demon god of slime, fungus, and tentacles. I couldn't use the name that they use, So I had to come up with a new name, and his name is Nod Knoll. Nod Knoll is my take on the old faceless god. And then we got Demogorgon, the star of Stranger Things, right? I mean, Demogorgon was the main character in season 1, right? And again, you're going to be like, hey, wow, he's a dude from Wizards of the Coast. You can't use him. And again, responses is no. In fact, I can, because Demogorgon dates back to Greek mythology. So, yeah, Wizards of the Coast, you don't own Demogorgon. Then we have the Devourer, who is sort of the wretched take on Cthulhu, the color out of space, a couple other things. Then we go to the fallen angels, or the Deva, as Miguel calls them, and the different types of fallen angels, like the Seraphim, the Monadic, the Astral, some of the other creatures that exist in the beyond that aren't devils, like sphinxes and jinns, and just the worker bees, stuff like that. And then we've got the earth elemental, the fire elemental, the water elemental, and the air elemental. And then we just go to the table of contents, which has all my resources that I got it from, and the usual stuff. So if you need some D20 OGL type demon / angel / spooky things from beyond the grave to liven up your Wretched game, or any D20 OGL type game, and you want to support the OGGM, there's a link down below. You can go to the Red Room, take advantage of the Black Friday sales, and pick up each and everything I have written. And they're all marked down about 30%. So it's a perfect time to jump on the Wretched Vigilantes bandwagon, just in time for the 4th and final book in the Wretched Vigilantes trilogy, or the latest beastry and the last one for 2023, which is Demons. Support the OGGM, support the Red Room, support small independent publishers, subscribe to my vlog if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all later. Till then, stay safe out there.